Now, here's what we got to do, because today we're talking about weave. Try to stay on topic because I always have like a lot to say. Because I've been in isolation for a long time. I've just been sitting, just kind of learning, observing, doing all kind of things, right? And now it is time for me to share with the world everything that I know, that God has blessed me enough to teach me, and I want to share it with the world. So we're talking about the weave, and I told people to make sure that they pray over their weave. Now, what I don't want people to do is be like, because everybody always talking about how they pray. I pray, I manifest, I do all this kind of stuff, and you really ain't doing nothing. You're doing it, but it's like not having an impact in the spiritual realm. But you say it because it sounds nice, right? It sounds real good when you're out here living in the streets, and you like to say that you pray because you know that saying that you're a servant of God or prayer gets you certain type of benefits. But truth of the matter is, you don't really have any impact or influence or over spirits or anything of that nature, because you don't live your life like you're supposed to. And people that actually worship these spirits, they know that you don't live your life like you're supposed to, so they let you continue to keep saying whatever it is that you want to say, so you can feel good about yourself, even though they know that you really not talking about nothing. So when you sit there and you have weave, right, and you pray over it, just because you pray over the weave doesn't mean that you have authority over the spirit that created that weave, right? If you are living your life not the way that God tells you to, you are not living it, following his instructions or things of that nature, everything that you're doing behind closed doors, praying over the weave or praying over your hair or whatever, is turning into dust the moment that you open your mouth. It's like the spirits, it's like you praying, but you don't have any authority over me, because just last night you was with Jim, John, and Jake, right? You was with Marissa and Larissa, okay? And then you want to come to me wearing my product, telling me that you're gonna pray and tell me to leave the very thing that I designed, when you have given me access into another part of your life, right? You don't have any authority. So you pray, I'm not gonna leave this item, and then you have done something that has allowed me to have access to your life in another area. So when you sit there and you say that you're praying over these things, and you're praying over your weave, you have to live your life a certain way for it to have an impact. If you don't live your life a certain way, then there will be no impact, right? The spirits will just be looking at you, and the Bible tells you that, and it goes to the scripture where it tells you where the men were claiming to be of God, and then they were trying to cast out the spirits, but the spirits was like, we know Paul, we know so and so, but who are you? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have any authority over me, because I know the way that you live. You know what I mean? You actually belong to me, so you can't tell me to leave when I'm dwelling in you, right? Because we don't fight against each other. So for people to be able to have an impact, they have to live their life the way that God tells them to live their life.